Hey, check it out, guys. Decided to go ahead and do a quick little subcast while I am working on doing a few different things. Actually, we're going to clean up the room a little bit here. Got Who's Number One going on the other computer over here, so if I get distracted for a sec, checking that out. I was actually just looking at their gear this year. I mean, they've got the green and black like they always do, but I'm wondering if they got. I got my guest here. Yes, buddy. You come in here for a second.
Coach Tyler.
And Coach Tyler's not here yet, so that's why I'm just talking by myself to the people over here. You wanna say hi? No?
Oh, no people.
There's no people? Well, that so we're recording. But I'm looking at the Who's Number One stuff. I've actually got some Who's Number One joggers on right now from back when they were sponsored by Scrap Life, but now that they're sponsored by Asics over there on Flow, it looks like they might have all gotten some of the all new white shoes too. I don't remember them giving them shoes out before, which is really cool. Just it's cool to see.
Blue, fire, football.
Fire football. Hey, go fly that out there for a second, okay? Okay. Oh, then sit on the bed. I'll play with you. We'll finish playing again, okay? It's cool to see events like this and how wrestling has gained in popularity to the point where they can not only have events called Who's Number One, but just the amount of stuff that they seem to get year by year is better and better. So it's really cool to see all the stuff they can get. It's very similar to the North-South for wrestling here. Every year, like the seniors that get voted into that, they seem to get better gear. Excuse me. Better gear and different things. Henry's being crazy. And better things every year, which is just awesome. Also, just talking about wrestling and the popularity and how much better wrestling is getting, I think regardless of what happened last night after the fact and everything, I think that Khabib was just able to show why wrestling is so important to UFC fighters and their ability to control the ring, control the mat time, and really control the pace of a fight, even against a striker as decorated as Connor was. So, looking forward to getting Tyler back in here for us to talk about the fight, about the antics afterwards, and everything else, and get his intake. So I'm not going to go into all of that here on the subcast. Just know that episode is coming. I'm sure Quasi's got some things to say about it. So looking forward to everything that we got coming up for. Oh, hey, honey. Oh, nice. With stuff coming up for, potentially our next episode, and I want to also go over a few other things too. But, so just leaving this without talking about all the drama and other things and all the fun stuff that was the crazy interview, which was hilarious. The best match of the night was actually the match before, where both guys were just bloodied completely. Tony Ferguson was also a wrestler, just going to throw that out there. But yeah, just the importance of wrestling, in the UFC, and the ability to control the pace, control where you want to be, control what you want to be doing is just amazing to see how well that's translating over. And then these two guys that Who's Number One, just controlling the pace or trying to impose their will on somebody else. I mean, just wrestling in general, it's really cool to see how things are coming along as time has come along. One thing I was going to talk about before was, just also perspective and mindset on growth of things. So recently I was talking about, just actually turned 40, had the 40th birthday, and that was actually a pretty big birthday. And, looking at things now from the past, I think, it's not that I have a different outlook on things, it's just a more mature outlook. And, as cliche as that is to say, with just, with age comes some patience and time and experiences and figuring things out. Wow. Okay. Chill, buddy. But looking at the stuff and just looking at how different things are from time past to current, and on how things. Yes, fumbling. Henry, we're talking over here, okay? Now being a little bit older and just the perspective of things and just being able to appreciate things more. Really, also, I've mentioned it before, but I really want to. One of the biggest things I want to take a look at with now being 40 and just kind of something that we mentioned before. Never wish time away. Like, never wish your week away. Never wish for just a Friday. Never wish for the weekends. Enjoy each day for what it is and enjoy the time that you have. I've talked about that in a previous subcast and other things like that, but I just wanted to reiterate that, especially with, I guess as I get older and I guess as our days are limited or however you want to feel it, but just, and I don't even think about it that way because I feel great, still can use to shed a few pounds and still working on doing that and working out and doing things, but just that perspective of being older, enjoying the time that you have. Little things like, I love doing this podcast and stuff, and I don't mind that this little monkey here is coming in here. For those of you who watch the video, you can see him. Obviously, if you're listening, you can hear him. You can hear him talking in the background and stuff. And, I'm just going to enjoy the time that I have with them, and enjoy everything that we have. Enjoy what we're doing. Enjoy the different things going on in your life, so never take things for granted. Enjoy the time that you have. Go out and celebrate the good times, celebrate the bad times. Life's too short, too many different things happen, and go out there and go, as Coach Tyler said, go out and wrestle 6. Wrestling can do so much for you, mindset, focus, physically, just giving you something to do, a place to be, a place to fit in. Also, if you want to be an elite athlete at the highest levels on different things, wrestling can do a lot for you. Don't ask him about his post antics, but it did a lot for Khabib and helped him control his match last night and everything else like that. But a little bit of a weird subcast. I was going to just let it go and clean some of the stuff and maybe kind of talk about some of the who's number one as it's going on, but I didn't want to copyright anything on Flow in there, guys. It's a cool event. It's a cool setup in the Snake Pit. Just watching these guys, some of the best high school kids in the nation wrestle, and hopefully kind of get used to seeing the beginning of their careers. We've seen a lot of great matches of them in the past and all that kind of stuff. So, but more or less, also just wanted to say, looking forward to the stuff that we're going to talk about coming up soon. Hopefully Quasi, I know he recorded his stuff on his YouTube channel. It's gonna also, that's the other thing I was gonna give a little shout out there. I thought he had a really cool name, Be Heard for Quasi's channel. Go check him out. Hopefully he needs to get up on Anchor or do something so we can get him on the podcast thing. Another thing is a good buddy of mine, one of my best friends, best man, basically brother in another state. He's talked to me about it, and hopefully he can get some stuff going pretty soon. And he had a great idea. His last name's Tucker, and he had a cool one called Tuckered Out. So maybe we can get this whole podcast thing just extended out and get a whole Cerebrus Wrestling network going on, and just get different people doing things. And also looking forward to talking about Roll Soap, who is now Fractal BJJ, or BJJ Fractal. I think it's Fractal BJJ. Shirts, soap, the whole nine. They got some cool stuff coming out. Keep an eye on them. Obviously keep ordering the soap. Cerebrus Wrestling for the 10% off on the discount, and we'll see if that goes on now that they're having other stuff. If that discount will now apply to shirts and all the other stuff that they got going on. We will check on that and we will let you guys know. So, but yeah, subcast is fairly short. Got a little distracted on it. I was going to write some stuff out to write about it, but like I said, just want to let you guys know, just the UFC fight last night in and of itself had plenty to talk about. One of the other things I was going to say, as you get old, it's funny because I don't really watch a lot of the pay-per-views as much as I used to. My brother-in-law, we used to watch them it seemed like once a month, if not or almost every other one, and it's been quite a while since we got together and watched them. We decided we'd get last night's, and if this shows you anything, we were watching pay-per-views when they were like $44, and then everything went HD, and then you had the $55 option or the $45 option depending on your TVs, and we were like, man, last night's option was $65. As it turned out, last night, man, it was entertaining. It was fun to watch. So I guess you might be able to say it was worth the cost, but man, I don't see how they do it where people are paying that each and every time. Probably the next time we actually order one, I don't know, was the price gonna be like $85 or something like that? So I'm curious as to what you guys think. Is it really worth it to spend that much on a pay-per-view? Is the inflation on those prices getting to be too much, or is it just a sign of the times, or just wondering what you guys think about that. Last night, like I said, turned out fine. It was well worth it, but I'm sure there's plenty of fights when cards get canceled. You've heard us talk about cards getting canceled because of not making weight, or not the card getting canceled, but certain fights getting canceled and not being there. So, and you invest a certain amount of money, you expect a certain product out of the show, and that word "show" that's going to be one I think we're going to be talking about when we talk about what happened last night with the fight and everything else. But all that to be said, you guys continue to check things out. We'll have some more content for you guys hopefully soon. It'll be a fun one to talk about with everything that's happened, and I look forward to getting Tyler in here. What do you think? You ready for him to come in here too? All right, so boys playing around over here. You want to get ready to play some football too? All right, let me finish cleaning this room up and stuff, and we can play with this ball. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna play some football and do some cleaning and do some regular Sunday stuff, and also watch some of the Who's Number One that I keep looking at over here. Whoa. No. But all right, so we'll watch you guys later. Russell 6, roll up, or we'll have to hashtag it Fractal BJJ. And good stuff coming soon, guys.